Please subscribe to Bear Nerd Fun. Smash the like button. Goodbye.
Hail to all. We do not need. Hail to all. Now come on, Hollywood. Stop smelling your own farts. You might get mistaken for arse sniffers. Remember, when you go woke, you go broke. Hail. Hail to all. This is Bear Nerd Fun. Well, dire times and weird times and everything is just frickin' weird and it's got fucking hair growing all over it. Right? Well, hey, I see Itchy shared this on Twitter, and I figured I'd give this here a go. Check out Itchy Bacca on Star Wars is Dumb. Links below. Kathleen Kennedy, old Star Wars, is for 50-somethings. Armanda Ward, at Real Armanda Ward, replying to Efland. Is it Elfland? That's an L next to that F? Man, that's... Yeah. Don't worry, Kathleen Kennedy is working on a plan to permanently invalidate the opinions of all white men. Well, the fact that I'm only part white man, maybe that part is a little bit offended, whether you are or not. Race shouldn't be a thing in movies. You know what I'm saying? You have white characters, you have black characters, you have female characters, you have male characters. And the thing is, write the story good. That's all you got to do. Not so hard, not complicated. So you did the other thing. You went on a narrative platform and you got gender fluidity political stuff going on, you know? So, this is from Pirates and Princess Reports. And that would be this article right here. Right there. But we'll go with this. Former Disney World VP Kathleen Kennedy pushed for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge to be based on sequel trilogy. Yeah, basically, if there would have been a fly mechanism, a robotic fly that flew into the room and recorded the conversation, how much you want to bet you would have heard some good old-fashioned man-hate coming out of good old Kathleen Kennedy. Remember, folks, opinions expressed here. We express opinions. We claim nothing as fact, just opinions. We're giving our opinions, just so you know. Former Walt Disney World VP Dan Cockerell, yeah, I get that last name changed quick if I were you, is breaking his silence about what exactly went down with Star Wars Galaxy's Edge behind the scenes, and it's not going to make a lot of disgruntled Star Wars fans happy to know what could have been. You see, you had a perfect template that was given to you. It wasn't given to you on a silver platter. It was given to you on a tri-platinum golden platter. It had all the fine minerals and with some gems encrusted around it. It was given to you on that kind of platter. But yet, we have seen the results of what you've done with it. Disney-owned Lucasfilm. Yeah. KK, it's all your fault, basically. Because you hate men. Yeah. It turns out that, yes, Disney was originally designing Star Wars Galaxy Edge to be based on the Mos Eisley spaceport of Tatooine, complete with Cantina, now Oga's Cantina, and likely Docking Bay 94, now Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. Cockerell talks about Galaxy's Edge around the 1630 mark. Interesting. Well, we had just purchased Lucasfilm, and it started to become the talk about, okay, if you're going to bring Star Wars to life, where are we going to do that? And Disney's Hollywood Studios ended up being the place, because that's where, A, it seemed to fit the best, and it was the park that needed the update the most to replace some of the experiences. So we worked on that project for a couple of years, and there were artists looking at layouts of the park, and you just get a big aerial view, and you get a big magic marker, and you start saying, what if this was here? What if that was there? So you start blocking off these big chunks of space, and that kind of drills all the way down, and you keep going until you get to the attraction level and what the offerings are. So we did it for a couple of years, and we had the epic theater, you know, the Indiana Jones theater that was going to be the heart of Star Wars land. That was going to go away, and we were going to plug it right in there. The Mos Eisley Cantina was going to be right across from Star Tours. We had all kinds of great concepts with that. We'd gotten way down the path on our drawings, but we hadn't gotten into the architectural drawings or anything. And then we got a call one day. They said, we got some news for you all. And the Imagineering guys, they've heard this line many, many times during their careers, but I have never been through this. They said, well, yesterday Bob Iger met with Kathleen Kennedy, who a lot of people may know is sort of George Lucas's protege, and headed up Lucasfilm, and they had a conversation at a meeting, and Kathleen Kennedy, her point of view was there are way more Disney Star Wars stories ahead of us than behind us. So we really should think about, do we want to build a Tatooine and build what all of the 50-somethings remember? Star Wars or do we want to build something else, which is going to appeal to all? You see, appeal to all is code. She only wants to appeal to females because she's a man-hater. Remember the song in the 80s? She's a man-hater? That guy singing that song? Maybe some people got mad over that song. Maybe because people like us experienced some man-haters here and there. Yeah. So, basically, they want to appeal to all. Appeal to all, yeah. With your gender political views, I see. The upcoming generations who are going to know the new stories. No one cares about your new stories. No one wants to see them because you're biased hatred toward males. Maybe even white males, who knows? Remember, opinions here, folks. And that day, Tatooine was killed at the studios. And all those concepts were put on a shelf. I'm sure they're sitting in a vault, and I'm sure they're going to be shown someday about what that land would have looked like and what the attractions were going to be. Maybe he's got what do you call that thing? You got a sign. Basically, he's probably not allowed to say exactly what is in that. The Imagineering team, we got off the phone, and I was like, Can you guys believe this? And they said, this is terrible. We've been working on this. I said, what's next? And they said, well, we get on a call tomorrow and start over. I said, that's it. They said, go out tonight, go have a few beers, cry on your drink, come back tomorrow, and we're starting again. They had been through this before. They know that until it's signed, until you start breaking ground, and none of these projects are guaranteed. They came back the next day and acted just as excited as they were 2 years earlier. I was really impressed by their optimism, and they dug into it, and that's what you see today. When you make it relevant for today, you simultaneously make it irrelevant for tomorrow, hence the emptiness of Galaxy's Edge. And you can bet that Kathy's mentality has infected the entirety of the franchise, which is why everyone needs to stop spending money on anything produced by Disney. Those who don't think that Kathleen Kennedy has an agenda need to watch my documentary, Kathleen Kennedy's Bitter Agenda. Yeah, I'm fully aware of what her agenda was. I was aware of it before I had watched Itchy's video about Kathleen Kennedy, but it definitely shined a whole lot more light on her for sure. But yeah, I've known about Hollywood's agenda with making males the lesser and pushing females forward, and that's called gender politics. Hail to all. Thanks for tuning in. Stay frosty. Keep your head in a swivel. Hail to the Phantom Menace. Now come on, Hollywood. Stop smelling your own farts. You might get mistaken for arse sniffers. Remember, when you go woke, you go broke.
Please subscribe to Bear Nerd Fun. Smash the like button. Goodbye.
Say hello. Hello. Say hello. Say nerd fun. Nerd fun. Nerd fun. Say goodbye. Goodbye. Hail.